there, it's Elise Kopp, your realtor here in Las Vegas. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me here on my channel. If you're new, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. Either way, I'm really happy to have you here today, here on my channel. For today's video, as a realtor, born and raised here in the greater Vegas area, I wanted to take this time to share with you exactly who should not move to Las Vegas. Now, obviously as a Vegas native, there is some bias involved. I am born and raised here in the Valley. I love living in Las Vegas, and I know the Valley very, very well. So whether it's Las Vegas, Henderson, North Las Vegas, if you're considering potentially making a move to the Valley, I'd love to connect with you, learn a little bit about your story, see if Las Vegas may be a good fit for you or not. But either way, would love to help you in that discovery process. Also, if this is your first time here on my channel, I would so appreciate it if you could leave a thumbs up on today's video and also subscribe to my channel. It helps me in making these videos for you guys, and it helps the channel a ton, and your support means the world to me. So now that we got that covered, let's talk a little bit about the types of people who should not move to Las Vegas. If you've watched some of my previous videos, you will know I've talked a ton about the reasons to move to Las Vegas. But Las Vegas is not for everyone. There are actually a ton of reasons why Las Vegas may not make sense for you. So we're just going to dive into that list together now, talk it through a little bit. The first type of people who should not move to Las Vegas are those who can't stand the heat. As everyone knows at this point, Las Vegas is a desert and it gets very, very hot here in the summer months. Yes, it's a dry heat. Yes, that helps. But at the end of the day, 115 degrees is 115 degrees. It doesn't matter how dry that heat is. It is hot. So if you are someone who is very sensitive to the heat, or you love the idea of having your 4 seasons and getting lots of rain and getting that snow and seeing the leaves change. We get a very small scale version of that in Vegas. I mean, we do have hot seasons and we do have cooler seasons. We get the occasional rain, but you're not going to see it like you would in certain parts of the Midwest or the East Coast or even the Pacific Northwest. So if that's important to you and you are sensitive to the heat, that's definitely something you should give very serious consideration before coming to Las Vegas. The second types of people who should not move to Las Vegas are going to be the types of people who are used to coming from a ton of land. For some folks who have come from a ton of land, you either love it or you've had the responsibility, you've lived it, and you want to be done with it. So I do have a fair share of clients who have come from a lot of land that they are used to taking care of, and they want to scale down and not have the responsibility of maintaining all that land and the landscaping that comes with it. There are folks though who are accustomed to having that space and being in Las Vegas. Unless we were to go further out in Pahrump or Mesquite, having lots of land, an acre plus, that is very rare here in the Valley. So if that is important to you, definitely something you should really consider before coming to Las Vegas. The third types of people who should not come to Las Vegas, or should at least give it some consideration, are those with very specialized medical needs. Being born and raised here in Las Vegas, I can tell you that the medical system has come a long ways since I've lived here in the Valley. We now have sports teams. We've got the Vegas Golden Knights. We've got our Raiders. We also have amazing performers coming to the Vegas area. So whether it's the cirque shows or traveling performers, it is very important that we do have medical care who can take care of not only the athletes and the performers, but our city, which has pretty much doubled in population since 2002. So it has come a long ways. But if you have very specialized medical needs and you're coming from a place like California or New York, where you have some of the best doctors and specialists in the world, I highly encourage you to do your research before making a move to the greater Vegas area. The fourth types of people who should not come to Las Vegas are the people who are accustomed to or want to have easy access to public transportation or have the need to be in a very walkable city. Now, if you're familiar with Vegas, you know we have the Strip and downtown, which of course is very walkable. You don't need to do all too much driving down there, but it is the Strip and downtown, and that is our busiest, rowdiest part of Las Vegas. Most of our residents do not live on the Strip. They live around the perimeter of the valley, whether it's in Henderson or Summerlin or North Las Vegas. And we've got a ton of master planned communities within those pockets of the valley. Now, if you love the idea of having a great public transportation system like you would see in New York or Chicago, it's just going to be a different feel here in Las Vegas. Almost all of our residents do drive out here. We do have a bus system, but if you're looking for a city that has very sophisticated subway system, or if it's very important to you to have access to public transportation, it is trickier to get around Las Vegas. And of course, because most of our residents do drive here in the valley, there are going to be the expenses involved with owning a car and insurance and registration and everything that goes with owning a car, maintenance, repairs, so on and so forth. So definitely something to consider, especially if you are coming from a very walkable city, something to keep in mind. The fifth types of people who should not move to Las Vegas are going to be those who want a very low cost of living. Now, here in Las Vegas, you may or may not be familiar, we do not have the state income tax here. Our property taxes in the grand scheme of things are so low in relation to other very large cities. But the cost of living in Las Vegas has gone up significantly over the past decade, past couple decades, and we have lost some of the affordability draw that brought people to the greater Vegas area. With that, I mean, the city's grown tremendously, whether it's in the entertainment and sports alone. Just in the past decade, we've grown a ton, and with that comes many positive things, but we definitely have lost some of the affordability factor and draw to moving to Vegas. So if that's important to you, or you're coming from somewhere that may be a lower cost of living than Las Vegas, definitely something to consider. So those are the 5 types of people who should not move to Las Vegas. As I've shared with you before, there are a ton of reasons to move to Las Vegas, and I've shared that in some of my previous videos, which I will link down in the description box below. If you are considering a move to the greater Vegas area, I would love to be your one-stop shop, help you in exploring the different pockets and neighborhoods, see if Las Vegas just might be the right fit for you. I want to thank you again for taking the time to watch today's video. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye.